Krishna ni bhegade paro, Krishna ni bhegade paro.
You know, one of the reasons that we started Career Chats at LifeVidya was because we really wanted to reach out to people, to reach out to the youth, the teens, parents, and even children, younger children who have dreams of making a certain type of career or pursuing a certain field. And so often in my life, I have come across situations wherein people say, I wanted to be an actor, but my parents wouldn't think of it. Oh, I wish I could dance all my life. My life is dance. And yet here I am, I'm a chartered accountant. You hear these stories repeatedly and you go for performances, recitals, beautiful, beautiful renditions and theaters and plays of other people, not of your own. Because somewhere, somehow, this particular career has not come and has not been accepted as something which can be mainstream, which can be enjoyed, which can be financially stable, and which can make you successful. So I really wanted a space wherein we could have professionals, we could have successful people from different fields come across and share their story. Talk about what is it that made them choose a certain profession, inspire others, tell us their highs, tell us their lows, tell us what worked, tell us what didn't work, so that when we want to start a new journey, we are much clearer about what is it that we can look forward to. So that's what we're trying to do here at LifeVidya. It is a career coaching space, it is a personal growth space, and it's also a space where I welcome experts and people who can take out the time, who have the patience, and students and parents, so we can interact. We can share those nuggets of wisdom which are otherwise lost. They are there in the world, but we haven't made them meet. So thank you so much for joining in today, and welcome to this Career Chat series. Now, before I start, I would like to say that Bhavani ma'am is a great guru who loves to see smiling faces. So just so you know, I'm not speaking to a blank screen. And Bhavani ma'am also knows, you see, she's a performing artist, and many of you are probably budding performing artists. So if we can't share our screen, if you can't turn on your video and show us your face, then we can't relate to you that well. So please, people, please turn on your videos. We can continue to be on mute till it's our chance to speak, but I request everyone to turn on their video, and I request people to, be there physically and not just virtually. So that's a request from me and Bhavani ma'am's side.
Yes.
Now I'll go on to who is our guest. Bhavani ma'am, thank you so much for coming here, for your kindness, for your patience, and for your willingness. That's what inspires me to come back to you and say, one more thing I want to ask you. Can I do this also? I really enjoy our interactions. And let me introduce her. I've put something in a slide. It doesn't do justice. But we have to do what we can do the best. She is a performer, a choreographer, and a teacher for more than 3 decades. So we are actually going to benefit from 30 years of experience that she's going to share with us. And she started training at the tender age of 4 years with some of the biggest of gurus, Dr. Rukmini Devi Arundel, Miss Prasanna Vadani, Savitri Jagannath Rao, big names, big teachers who really helped her grow. And she is doing this for others, for hundreds of students. She's nurturing that talent, that Indian heritage and culture. I really, really feel very inspired to have her in my community, in my friend circle, and as my daughter's guru, I really look up to her. And she's not just trained in Bharatanatyam dance, it's also Carnatic vocal music. And if you think it's only classical, she's also trained in Western music. So look at the versatility of Guru Bhavani Anantharaman. Thank you so much for coming here. And look at the titles: Bharati Natyamani, Shivali Nritya Shiromani, Kala Bodhikacharya from Sri Hayagriva and Lok Kala Manch, New Delhi. These are the accolades that Bhavani ma'am has won, and it's been such an inspiring journey for all of us who attend some of the performances. I will take just few more minutes, ma'am, to introduce Bhavanis Prasannalya, and then it'll be over to you. So Bhavanis Prasannalya, it was founded in the 1990 in Chennai. And as ma'am moved, the Prasannalya moved. It moved to Mumbai in 95. And finally, it came to Noida, Delhi NCR in 2009. I have witnessed some of the performances, and it is amazing. It is not just a Bharatanatyam recital, it's music, it's storytelling, it's drama. It's an amazing legacy of art that we are fortunate enough to witness and to see and be as her audience. And the last year, it's been path-breaking because Bhavani's Prasannalya performed at the Brahan Natyanjali festival at the Tanjore temple in the south. And that is one of the most amazing experiences that one could go through. Not just that, Bhavani ma'am, along with her senior students, and that is what is commendable, was part of the largest ever performance at Chidambaram involving more than 7,000 participants, which gave them a chance to be featured in the Guinness Book of World Records. Now, that is such an amazing journey, Bhavani ma'am. We are honored to have you here. Thank you so much for coming in. And over to you. I will be stopping my screen share, and we would love to hear your journey, please. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me. Krishna Nivegane Barosh. I'm Bhavani, and the dance is with me. I never considered dance outside me. Like I'm pursuing something, I'm learning something. It was never like that for me. It was always, it's part of everybody's life. Why should you even mention that I'm doing something? It has to be there. Dance and music is there in everybody's life, only that we don't really, listen to or see properly or clearly. That's it. And when you mentioned about this joining dance, started learning dance at 4 years, I just would like to say something about that. It was not, I wasn't initiated into dance by my parent, my father or mother taking me to a dance teacher and leaving me there and then talking to the dance teacher. Nothing of that sort happened any time in my life. It was like, I was, how did my first interaction with dance itself was very interesting. My father had put me in a matriculation school. And those days it was not junior and senior KG, it was LKG and UKG, lower KG and upper KG. So he put me in lower KG, and I had this issue with, my soles and my hand palms would sweat like anything some days. So, my father had taken me to a doctor, and he had asked me not to wear shoes for at least a month. So my father had produced a medical certificate to my school that he had requested them that she would come to school for a month without her shoes and socks. But the very first day, after producing this medical certificate, I was taken away from the assembly by the principal. He asked me to stretch my hand. I was given a beating with a wooden scale, and I was asked to wait outside the principal's room for an hour. And I came back home crying, and I had high temperature that evening. And then my father eventually came to know about this episode. The next day he went back, took my transfer certificate and brought me back home. There ended my schooling at that point in time. And then he said, I'm not taking her back. So my mother pleaded, he said, after a week's time, she can go back. I will go and explain and all that. My father was, the father-daughter bonding, a very special one. So he didn't want to send me back. So that's when I started accompanying my mother to all her music classes in the afternoons, in the evenings, name it. Because I was at home, I was not going to school. So I was tagging along with my mother. She used to learn music. She was learning, she loved music and she had a beautiful voice, but she could not learn music in her childhood. So she was learning, wherever, because Chennai is a place where you can find music teachers and musicians in every street. So, she used to go search for teachers who would teach her Kshetrajñar Padams. She would teach some Padams, normal Padams, and then Ashtapatis and things like that. And she used to go and learn, and I used to tag along. And I used to sing all the songs, but I never used to know the words, but I used to sing the tunes of all the songs, whatever she learned. So that is how my journey in music started. In one such class, there used to be a beautiful girl who used to come and take dance classes. The music class would happen in one corner of that auditorium, and the other corner, it was a community hall. The dance used to happen. So I used to get up and go there, watch. And I started, she thought, I was going to join the class or something like that. She said, come start dancing. And my Aramandi used to be very good, I believe. Because Aramandi is something which, is so very important for Bharatanatyam. So I just started. And my parents didn't even know I had started the classes. She used to sing there and I used to go and dance there. That ended the matter. And one fine day, it was raining and my father had come with an umbrella to take me and my mother back home. And he saw me amongst those dancers, dance children. He was surprised. He said, she is supposed to accompany her mother to the music class. Where is she doing in the dance class? When he went and asked the teacher, she said, no, she's dancing very well. I think you should make her learn dance. But then, that I think was the moment that my father felt, he should do something with my dance and music. He already knew I used to hum music, the songs, whatever my mother used to sing. He knew I was interested in music, but that was the day he realized that I could be a dancer, like any other father. When a daughter says, I want to become an artist, there ends the matter. She has to become an artist, isn't it? Mothers are more practical, but that is how. And he was going to this library in Theosophical Society. Where, for the children who are here, I would like to say that huge banyan tree, it was inside the Theosophical Society, and my father used to go to that library. That's how he got to know about Annie Besant, Dr. Rukmini Devi Arundale, and people who were associated with this Theosophical Society. And then he also came to know that Dr. Rukmini Arundale has started a dance art center, music, dance, and everything, Kalakshetra. And he also came to know that she has started this Montessori school. And I believe that it was the first school in the country. It was first started by Dr. Rukmini Devi Arundale, and it was inside the Kalakshetra premises. And then when he came to know about the methodology, Montessori method of teaching and things like that, he just fell in love with that school, and I was admitted there. That's it. So my first dancing lessons, my parents did not know when I started. No auspicious time, no auspicious day, nothing at all. And I just started. Krishna ni begane baro